Hello students, this is Shivani ma'am and I welcome you to the grammar class. Students, in the previous video we did the adjective clause. I hope you understood it well and you've done the assignment related to it. Today we are going to do the adverb clause. Now students, before we begin with the adverb clause, it is very important to know that what actually is an adverb. Adverb is a word that adds something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective or another adverb. It tells us actually how is an action done, where is it done, how many times it is done. So in Hindi you call it क्रिया विशेषण. तो अगर आपको adverbs पता है तो adverb clause आप बहुत easily understand कर जाएंगे. ठीक है? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain you what is an adverb clause. Adverb clause usually modifies a verb. It modifies a verb since most of the verbs denote an action. जो verbs होते हैं वो action denote करते हैं कि कोई काम हो रहा है, कोई action हो रहा है. तो जो adverb clause होता है, it tells something more about that action mentioned in another clause. It may tell the time, place or manner of the action. It may tell the cause, purpose or effect of the action. It may compare or contrast this action with any other action. Accordingly, we get an adverb clause of time, manner, place, cause, purpose, effect, condition, comparison or contrast. Now students, first of all, I'll explain you with an example. Let's do a sentence. When he returned home, Sunil found the house burgled. Okay. Now in this sentence, the expression when he returned home has a subject. What is the subject here? He. And a finite verb, returned. Returned is a finite verb. So I told you that in any time when you have a subject and a finite verb, it becomes a clause. So it is a clause. Now since this is acting as an adverb, it is an adverb clause. It is adverb clause, actually adverb of time. जब वो घर आया. When he returned home, he found the house burgled. Okay. Now students, let us take another example. The sentence is, he emerged a winner because he had worked steadily. Oh, this is an adverb clause. Now this is the clause of reason, adverb of reason. He emerged a winner. Why? Because he had worked steadily. Now over here, he is the subject and had worked is the finite verb. Okay, so this becomes an adverb clause. A clause that acts as an adverb in a sentence is called as an adverb clause, I told you. Now children, something very important to learn is that adverb clauses are usually introduced by the following words. I always tell you which words introduce various clauses. Noun also I explained you. Adjective also I explained you. Now today I'll tell you that कौन से words हैं जो adverb clauses जिनसे introduce होते हैं. Now those words are, you have to take care of it कि there is adverb of time. तो time को कौन से words note करेंगे? When, whenever, before, after, till, since, as soon as, while, as, etc. Now for adverb of place, where, wherever. Cause or reason, we did this example recently. Because, since, as. I told you the example of reason, isn't it? He emerged a winner because he had worked steadily. So over here it was the adverb of reason and we started it with because. Effect or result or consequence. Consequence means natija. So that. It is such that. Purpose, so that. That. Lest. Lest means otherwise. Condition, if, unless. Concession or contrast. Contrast के लिए कौन से words आते हैं? Though, although, yet, even if, even though. Comparison. As, as. So, as. Than. Then manner. As if. So with this we are going to do the related exercises also for your explanation. Okay, now over here we have certain sentences before you on your screen. You have to pick out the adverb clause in the following sentences. So are you ready? Let's start. First sentence is, when his son was old enough, he took him to a school. Now you've been asked to pick up adverb clause और आपको मैंने बताया कि adverb clause किससे जनरली इंट्रोड्यूस होता है. अगर adverb of time है तो यहाँ पे किससे इंट्रोड्यूस होगा, वो when से. ठीक है, it is adverb of time. अब आपको यहाँ पे adverb clause you have to pick over here. So what are you going to pick? Take your time. Just think. I'm counting 3. Yes, try. It is when his son was old enough. जब उसका बेटा थोड़ा बड़ा हुआ, he took him to a school. So when did he take him to school? When his son was old enough. This is adverb clause of time. Okay, adverb of time. It starts with when, okay, and continues till enough. Now let's take the second sentence. If you look at the positive side of a misfortune, it will stop troubling you. Now, again, I told you before that it can be of condition. So, which word will be the clause here? Yes, it starts from if. If you look at the positive side of misfortunes. Now, if is the word of condition. It is beginning with the condition. If means अगर तुम पॉजिटिव साइड की तरफ देखोगे मिसफॉर्च्यून को, तो द क्लॉज बिगिंस फ्रॉम इफ एंड कंटिन्यूज टिल misfortune. Now let's do the next sentence. Your skin cannot remain healthy unless you take a regular bath. Now over here condition. I introduced you the word unless, that will begin with unless you take a regular bath. अब वो क्या कहना चाहता है, आपकी स्किन हेल्दी नहीं रहेगी जब तक तुम रेगुलर बाथ नहीं लेते. तो इट बिगिंस विथ अनलेस यू टेक अ रेगुलर बाथ. सो अनलेस द वर्ड विच बिगिंस, यू इज द सब्जेक्ट एंड टेकिंग इज अ वर्ब. सो हियर इट इज एन एडवर्बियल क्लॉज. ओके, नाउ लेट्स डू द नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस. Whenever the animals quarreled, they went to the owl for advice. Now over here, what is whenever? Whenever is the time, adverb clause of time. So what is the clause here? कौन से word से start होगा वो? Yes, try. Yes, it will start from whenever. It will start with whenever. So the answer is whenever the animals quarreled. This is your clause from whenever to quarrel. So please remember children that the adverb clauses are usually introduced by the words which I told you. They can be when, whenever, before, where, wherever, or cause of reason, because, purpose, किस काम के लिए, so that means कि, ताकि, condition, अगर, if, unless. ठीक है, तो adverb clause इन words से start होता है. तो please do remember this, go through the video again and note down these words in your registers, these words from which the adverb clause begins, also the word from which the adjective clause begins, and also the noun clause किससे start होता है. इनको आप अपनी रजिस्टर में लिख लीजिए, इनके नोट्स बनाओ and please do it properly. Thank you and have a good day. I hope you've understood and please do the assignment related to this.